Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League to Premier League here with Bath City. A match against Colchester. They find themselves all the way down in 20th, which surprises me. On paper, in my head, should I say, they'd be one of the better off teams in this league for some reason, but they appear to be struggling so far this season. We do have some games coming thick and fast here. You see, we played today, 2 days off, play again, 2 days off, play again, and then 4 days off and play again. So in less than 2 weeks, about 10 days, we have 4 matches. So we need a lot of rotation. This is why I've got the depth in the squad. Pretty much the main team going to be playing today because, like I said, I am going to try and focus on our league position more than anything else this season. The only player on debate and taking off would be Jenkins Davies, but don't really have a backup in that attacking midfield position, especially with Beardmore injured, although Beardmore is really not anywhere good enough for this league. He did play brilliant last year. Do also have Sweeten sat there on the bench. I expect to hear get involved in the next couple of games. But some big results needed to keep us in this league, to keep us going. I'd also would like to try and get some form of FA Cup uh, run going. We all know that's where most of the money is going to come from in these lower leagues. So the better we do in the FA Cup, the more money we're going to have available. That's probably more important than even getting promoted from this division. The amount of money it can bring in, depending on how big a streak you get. A big game here against Colchester, who, like I said, I expected to be doing much better in this league. So I wouldn't take their league position for granted. It wouldn't shock me if they do come out and surprise us and beat us or even grab some points. But like I said, it's all about avoiding relegation for us. I want to get to mid-season around about January, see where we are on the table and review the season and maybe review the objectives depending where we are. If we're already way clear of the relegation zones, how far can we push up that table? Would it still be a possibility come January we could nick a spot in the playoffs? That's a big dream, an unlikely dream. But like I said, this journey all the way to the Premier League and probably eventually, hopefully, the Champions League is going to be a long one, and we just want to keep moving as quick as we can to help us reach the heights, the dizzy heights of the Premier League. Something that Bath City will probably never see in my lifetime. A good ball there from Brown, off the post there by Peak, playing out from the right today. Normally is playing from the left. And Peak smashing the post half an hour in. I expected a lot of games to look like this. Most of the stats being around about 50-50. And it's all about who can just grind out, get that goal, and win the game. Into the final 5 minutes of the half now. Colchester on the ball with Best. Best plays that short to Oni. Out to Frank there. Down the line to Davide, who's apparently injured, but he's fine to play. And if it was me, I'd be angry that they've shot from that sort of angle. If he had squared that across the box, I think we'd be 1-0 down. But luckily for us, Frank makes a mistake. And moving into half time already with a very tired team. And this is going to be the struggle over the next 2 weeks. Lennon Peak is battling back for fitness. It's going to come off. Windsor's going to drop down. We're going to put Foki up top. We're going to start the second half with the rest of the team. The only change being Paco Evoki up top. He did score off the bench and get into the team of the week last game, last episode. Can he have a repeat performance today off the bench? And we are starting to dominate on shots and shots taken, sacrificing possession for chances created. Matt Macy, ex-Arsenal player, here plays it short to Frank, to Tucker, to Best, forward to Oni. Good ball through there, good ball out wide. You need to get a foot in there, really. Smith with a good header at the back, but comes in from Lisby. And that was a good opportunity there for Colchester. And they smashed it wide. A couple more tired players now. Who need replacing? Who do I play where is the real question. Party's going to have to come on. Warrower's going to have to come on. Luke Russ is going to have to come on. And Parsal Capitan will have to come on. Windsor's going to go out to the left. Paco Evoke's going to drop back into Cam. Warrior out on the right, which is a bit of an opposition for him, and Parsley up top. They haven't quite got the manpower in my squad yet. I probably need to pay more attention to my bench on trying to get as many positions covered. But like I said, we haven't really got an attacking midfield backup. That's something I really need to look in the market for. Because without Jenkins Davies there, I'm forced to play the likes of Warrior in Cam. Coming up to 70 minutes now, we've had a lot of chances. We've not managed to put one away. Windsor's looking absolutely shattered, but I've got absolutely no subs left. And look at us just dominating. Let's encourage the boys. Let's go attacking. For these final 10 minutes. Like I've been saying all season, a point to point, but really, against 20th place, when we've had this many opportunities, I'd be hoping we can win. The boys are struggling with the chances they're creating. We're not getting many highlights. Let's demand a bit more from the boys. Come on, we need this goal. It's not going to come, sadly. And a very, very boring 0-0 draw there. We were unlucky. We had a lot of chances. We had a lot of opportunities. But we've not put any away. You see Owen Windsor. I've just seen a message there. Picked up an injury. Out for 6 to 8 days. That's fine by me, because he probably was going to need a rest the next match anyway. So it doesn't affect my plans too much for the future. Next up, Crawley, who's at bottom of the league without a win so far. 5 draws, 8 losses, minus 14 goal difference. And we do jump up there. Looks like we've gone up to... We were 13th before, I'm sure. So how we've gone up to 15th, I do not know. But anyway, a big game against Crawley next. Another team looking down the table towards relegation. A team that we need to beat to keep clear of that relegation zone. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like. Please do subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.